That bird wants a cameo. It's gonna have to pay money. Oh, a butterfly. Hi everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to be doing something a little different. Today we are going to be going on a picnic. And today I will be starting a new series called Advice with Ashley. So I asked you guys to send me your questions or what you needed advice on, and while I picnic, I'm going to be giving you my honest answers. So before we start, as always, you already know what I'm about to say. Feel free to like and subscribe, and also click the bell so you get notified of every time I upload. And without further ado, let's get into it. Oh my god. Okay, so now we have set up the picnic, and I am now ready to show you what's in my picnic basket. I'm so excited. You guys are gonna love it. I'll be right back. So let me open my picnic basket. Hold on, let me move the plates. Psych! You thought I had a whole picnic basket. It is a bag from Domino's. You really thought. Oh my god. You thought what? You thought there was gonna be fruit? You thought there was gonna be fruit? Yeah, exactly. But what's in my picnic basket is a small pizza. Yes, that is pineapples. If you have a problem with it, I don't know, take it up with HR. I really don't know. Don't knock it until you try it. It tastes good. It's pineapple and pepperoni. I can hear y'all in the comments right now. Ashley, why would you do that? Because I want to. And now I have stuffed cheesy bread, which I forgot to get a knife for. But you know what? It is what it is. So, now that you know what we're eating today, grab yourself a snack, come back, sit down, and we will then start Advice with Ashley. I'm waiting. Hurry up. Hurry up. I'm starting without you. Okay, so now let's get into it. Before I even start eating, let's go to our first question. How to be more confident? This was asked by two different people. You know who you are. I love you. How to be more confident? Okay, well, in my case, I feel like the easiest way to be more confident is to look in the mirror, take off your glasses if you own them, put them down, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am that. Because what? You are that. You are the Beyonce of your own story. Ooh, I just thought about that. Ooh, pay me. But yeah, you're the Beyonce of your own story. Like, who is gonna come into your story and tell you no? Also, typically, like, if I'm feeling down or like down on myself, confidence-wise, I go onto Spotify, and Spotify has this playlist called Feeling Myself, and it has Nicki Minaj, it has Megan Thee Stallion, the Stallion, and everyone like that, and it's just, I don't know, it's just so, You play that, you do your makeup, or get dressed into your favorite outfit, and you are the one. That whole week, you are the one. No one can live up to you, okay? So that's my advice on how to be more confident. And also remember that, like, everyone else is just a person. Everyone else has flaws too. So if it's in order to be confident to ask someone out, just remember, like, the worst thing they can say is no. And yes, it'll hurt for like a second, but I have been trying this new mentality. Someone on TikTok said this. I know, right? Getting mentality points from TikTok. Try it. I don't know. The guy said, if the thing that you're stressing about won't matter in 5 years, don't spend more than 5 minutes on it. And I just thought that was amazing. I've been trying to put that into my daily routine for the past week now. So that's my advice for that. I'm going to start eating, and then we're gonna move on to question 2. Okay, now that I've eaten a little bit, we are moving on to question 2. Am I in the wild? Oh my god. So, question 2. Why is it so hard to talk to guys? That's honestly a good question. I don't know, they just think differently than us. All the men watching, hey, that's not, yes you do. Some things that bother us, or like seem real foul to us, don't bother or seem real foul to them, which is strange and can definitely lead to like misunderstanding. So I feel like that really plays into it. But also, I think it goes back to like the confidence thing, because once you remember you're that queen bee, it's like if you talk to them and they're acting funny, it's like, okay, that kind of sucks, but at the same time, I'm a queen, and it sucks for you that you don't know that, and by the time you find out, it's gonna be too late. So talking to guys, honestly, just try not to put too much emphasis on it, because that also brings anxiety and makes it so much harder to talk to them, because you're putting them in a whole different category, when in reality, just think of them as just a person. You wouldn't talk to them maybe the same way as you talk to like your best friend who's a female, but by giving them their own category, you're giving them more power, which could easily make you more nervous, which makes talking to them harder. So just try and level out the playing field however you see fit, you know, like in your mind. Don't manipulate them. Please don't do that. That's not what I'm telling you to do. But yeah, just try to talk to them like you talk to everyone else, and from there see how things go. And also, keep in mind, some guys are nervous too. So if they don't seem talkative, it might not be that they don't like you. It's just they don't know how to talk to you, and vice versa. So everyone watching this, keep that in mind. Moving on. Question 3. How to be more social. My advice would be 1, again, I don't know how many times I'm going to say this. Remember, everyone has flaws and no one is truly above anyone. So with that in mind, try to put yourself out there more. I know, you're looking at me like, well, no, duh, like I could have figured that out. But when I say try and be more out there, I mean like set a goal. Like maybe be like, okay, once a month, I'm going to try and talk to one new person. You know, start easy. So try and put yourself out there that way. Or you could try to put yourself in more social situations. Like, try and go out more. Maybe your roommate or your friend asks you to go to parties with them a lot, you know? Or tell them, like, hey, like, I'm trying to be more social, so if you do hear about a party and you're gonna go, please tell me. I might not go every time, but please give me that option. Communication is key. Something like that. And then maybe you decide to say yes 1 in 3 times. So now you're definitely going out a little bit more. So once you go out more, you set yourself up to be able to talk to people. Because if people are going to a party, they're open and they're ready to like talk to new people. That's what I would suggest in order to be more social. Question 4. How do I practice self-love and still persist even when people insult me? I'm going to break that up into 2 parts. So, how do I practice self-love? That bird wants a cameo. It's gonna have to pay money. How to practice self-love. For me, what I do is I treat myself every once in a while. Like, say I had a really bad day, I will treat myself. Like, maybe having ice cream after dinner. Or treat myself by ordering Domino's. You know, like, there could be something as simple as that. Or by allowing yourself to take a break from studying and watch your favorite show. So there's that. And also, you know, standard self-love, which is like putting on a face mask or taking a nap, painting your nails and stuff like that. Oh, a butterfly. So chicken. That's exactly how I sounded. Yeah, so part 2. So I gave you the self-love part. For part 2 of that question, still persist even when people insult me. Did y'all see that? Honestly, it's gonna sound very basic, but like also easier said than done. Try and ignore them, because if they feel the need to go out of their way and insult you, you're clearly doing something that they are deep down jealous of. Because it takes more energy to go out of your way and insult someone than it does to just be quiet and mind your own business. So that person or those people are probably just jealous of you and are trying to tear you down because they see you as a threat to whatever it is. I don't know, their confidence. It could be honestly anything. So use their insult as fuel. Stick to what you're doing. Whatever your goal is, stick to it. Because once you are on a goal and you are making headway, that's when people want to show their true colors. So if you are on the goal to whatever you want to be, like I don't know, if you're in school for law or doctoring or something, and now people are like insulting you, like, oh, you're so boring, like, why do you always stay in your room, why are you always studying, blah blah blah. They could easily be jealous of your determination, your self-discipline. So if that example, you'd be like, okay, what's that mean to them to say you're boring? Yes, but you're getting your work done. So just continue focusing on that, and honestly, they'll fade into the background because once they realize that their insults aren't having an effect on you at all, they're gonna stop. So that is my advice on self-love and persisting when people insult you. Okay, so I'm really loving this series. Please like and comment down below if you want this to continue, which I hope you do because I might just do it anyway. So question 5. Could you talk about anxiety coping mechanisms or just stress relievers? Okay, so I'm gonna focus more on the stress relievers aspect of that. Some of them might double as coping mechanisms, I'm not really sure. But for me, I have a Spotify playlist for like basically every emotion. So I will listen to a playlist that would make me calm. So like my sad playlist, I'd probably play that in order to like de-stress. And if I'm at home, I would go into my room, put it on my speaker, turn off the lights, and just sit and try and like calm down. If you can't do that, if you're like out in public, typically what I do is I'll like, go to the bathroom and like, this sounds so basic, take several deep breaths, try and just like, so I do that. Also, I own this lotion from Bath and Body Works. It's literally called Stress Relief. It has an eucalyptus in it and something else, but I typically use that. I put it on my hand and I'll just like smell it because it's so calming. Also, what you could do is try to meditate. Well, I don't meditate. I want to get into it. So if y'all have any tips or tricks, please hit me up in the DMs. But I do stretches and make sure while I'm doing those stretches, I take deep breaths. Maybe at some point I could do a tutorial on that. That's typically what I would do. Or go for a walk. Like maybe you have 10 minutes to spare. Just take those 10 minutes, walk, or just watch 10 minutes of your favorite show. And hopefully that'll help you de-stress a little bit, enough to focus on what you're doing. So that's what I would suggest for stress relievers. On to the next question. Question number 6 is how to get over toxic guys and not fall for them again. So what I suggest for this is writing down all the things that toxic person that you do know has done. So have they gaslit you? Do they make you apologize for situations that they created? Do they lie all the time? And then when you catch them in that lie, they pull the, oh, I'm sorry, I just felt so insecure about this, that, and the third, and I just didn't want you to think blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like spinning it to make them the victim. And whatever they are doing, you take that and you write it down. You really analyze it. Think of everything that person has done in general. You might not think it was them being toxic, but then when you peel back the layers, you're like, oh, they manipulated me into not going to that party, or whatever it was, right? So you write that down and you keep it in the back of your mind. So the next time you meet someone, you are quicker to realize that they are doing the same thing that the first person did. So with that information, you could either just distance yourself and let things fall off, or you could just not talk to them anymore. So you end up saving yourself time and and heartache just by being able to identify toxic traits that you have come into contact with before. So I guess I just helped you not fall for them again and how to get over them. Self-love. Get yourself whatever you need to get them out of your mind. Allow yourself the time to grieve and try not to blame yourself. I, in the past, have found myself doing that. Like, oh, I'm so stupid. How could I not see it? Because you were too deep in it. As the amazing Lucius Lyon from Empire once said, it's hard to see the frame when you're in the picture. But it's true. Now that you're out of it, you're like, oh, how could I not see that? But you were in it, so there was no way you could see it. So don't blame yourself. If you want to blame someone, blame the person who manipulated you in the first place, you know? You didn't ask for that. They did that on their own accord. Honestly, they could not even know that they're doing it, though. But that's, again, not your problem. They did it, and that's it, you know? So I guess that's how you'd get over them, by allowing yourself to feel the feelings that have been provoked by them. Moving on to question number 7. I was going to say it in Spanish, and then I completely blanked. Numero 7. Should you get back with your significant other after he cheats on you? No. Don't do that, baby. You are worth more than that. Like, know your worth. You may think that this person is the end-all, be-all, end game, or whatever, but I can guarantee you, if they mistreated you like that, they're not end game. And I know they might try and make you feel bad for them, even though they hurt you, and be like, oh man, I'm sorry, baby, like I messed up, like she ain't even mean nothing to me, baby, it's you, you're the one I love, you're the one I need, you know, and all that, yada, 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 but they still did it at the end of the day. They had a choice. They had a choice to cheat on you or to stay loyal, and they said, they chucked up them deuces, so it's time for you to chuck them deuces right back, you know? If someone cheats on you, don't let them try and gaslight you into taking them back. You don't have to take them back. And I would suggest not to, because clearly they have shown where they stand. They clearly don't respect you as a person, as their significant other. Okay, so now we have question 8. What should you do when a friend doesn't support you but always congratulates you when you win? I have 2 pieces of advice for a situation like this, and it depends on how you feel. So, how does it make you feel when they do that? Do you just think it's weird and it kind of is off-putting? Or does it really drag you down? Does it really make you sad? Does it negatively affect you? If it's just weird and you're like, why do you do that? Just understand that that's the type time that they're on. And distance yourself. Or just be like, they're gonna do that, whatever. If it doesn't bother you. But if it bothers you negatively, I would suggest that you cut them off. You don't really have to tell them why, because that could easily lead to like an argument or whatever. Or maybe if you want to know if they're doing it on purpose, definitely ask them about it, because they could not even be knowing that they're doing it. They could think that them congratulating you is supporting you, you know? It also all depends on your definition of support, because my definition of support and your definition of support could be completely different. Like, say I'm that person or whatever. I could think supporting you is like saying, oh my god, you did such a good job, like congratulations, I knew you'd kill it. But you think support is me going out of my way to like help you get whatever that is done. But if I don't know that's what you're wanting, and you don't know that I think I'm supporting you, there could easily just be miscommunication. But if it is clear and you've talked about this, if it still doesn't work out, cut them off. That's my advice on that. Okay, so that is it for today's video. I hope you really enjoyed Picnic with Me / Advice with Ashley. I hope to make this a continuous series on my channel. So if you want to be featured in future videos, feel free to DM me on Instagram. And I will feature you anonymously unless you tell me otherwise. So don't forget to like and subscribe and click the bell so you get notified of every time I upload. And I will see you next week. Alright, I love you. Bye.